Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the City Council. We're at the Olivet City Center at 1140 Dealman Road in Olivet, Missouri, 63132. And tonight is February 27th and it is 7 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mayor Weil,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Waldman,
Here.
Councilmember Clark,
Here.
Councilmember Carl,
Here.
Councilmember Knox.
Yes, here.
Next item, please.
Item 2, communications.
So this evening, we have a number of communications and we are going to start off with Bruce McGregor and a special award given to him by the APWA. Gentlemen, if you come to the front, please.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. My name is Chris Kruger. I am the president of the Missouri chapter of APWA. I represent the Missouri chapter of APWA. We're proud to give an award to Bruce McGregor tonight. APWA is a member organization in Missouri that has 600 members. Nationally, we have about 30,000 members. We offer educational and training programs, which Bruce has led many of those efforts for the local branch for APWA. APWA also serves as a networking platform for public works professionals for ideas, advice, and career opportunities. I'll turn the floor over to Steve Stump, who's our awards director, to present this award to Bruce. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, as Chris said, my name is Steve Stump. I'm the Director of Awards with the Missouri chapter of APWA. I get the honor of almost sometimes embarrassing our members because, as you guys know, Public Works loves to get everything done, but they don't necessarily want to be in the spotlight. Usually when they're in the spotlights because something went wrong. And so we love to recognize our membership just for the great work that the people in Public Works do. We give out awards that are both for project specific, helping out communities, and for service, which is what Bruce is getting. So he was elected in 2023 for the Public Works Leader of the Year from the public sector. And this is an award for excellence. It's an award for basically a lifetime of dedication to, well, maybe not lifetime, but an ongoing dedication to Public Works. Bruce does a lot for the chapter, as you guys are sure or well know that he does a lot for the community as well. On the consultant side, I've done work in Olivet through MSD, and Bruce is always great to work with. He's very prompt. He knows his stuff. And so I enjoy working with Bruce. And then through APWA, any challenges, Bruce is usually willing to tackle them, especially IT and website related type stuff. And so Bruce is very well deserving of this award. And Bruce, I'd like to present you with this award again.
All right, thank you. Congratulations. Excellent. Thank you very much, everybody in the council, for supporting me and allowing me to do the organizational work. It really is a good group of professionals. And as Steve said, we're not always out front sharing exactly what we do, but it is a really good peer support network for everybody in St. Louis region and the state across helping folks promote their own development in their communities. And 15 years, I've really enjoyed everything working with the city and city council and our community members. It's been a real pleasure. And I was just thinking about that going home today. You know, it's nice to have a job where you actually look forward to going to work most days. Certainly a couple tough ones out there, but I really enjoy working with everyone
Bruce,
here.
we said this when you first got the award back in the fall, that we're so proud of you and we are grateful for everything you do. And we know how lucky we are to have you in our community.
Thank you very much.
So under communications, we now have an introduction. If Beverly Tucker Knight wants to come up. Jennifer Conrad, did I steal your thunder?
No.
Okay.
So Mayor and council members, I'm Beverly Tucker Knight, Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Olivet. And this evening, I am thrilled to introduce you to Julian Johnson. Julian is our new full-time recreation coordinator in charge of sports. Julian graduated from Fontbonne University, where he studied sports management, and he has also worked extensively for other local cities, primarily the city of Shrewsbury. And then he also spent a year working for us in a part-time position as an assistant in the sports program. So we're thrilled to have him with us this embarking on our new programs.
Welcome. Thank you.
So it's Julian, it's great to have you as a full-time employee. So welcome aboard. Next item will be the swearing of our firefighter. And I'm gonna call Brandon Martin up in just a minute.
While that is happening, I'd like to take the time and opportunity to thank Mr. McGregor. You are an awesome employee in the city of Olivet. I have my nickname for you. I won't embarrass you. But the things that you do for the city since I've known you have just been phenomenal. We are honored and blessed to have you.
I think I said Brandon and it's Brendan, so I apologize. So first I'm going to introduce you and then we'll come up to the mic. So this is our new hire, Brendan Martin, who grew up in Jefferson County. He started his career as a first responder in 2019, going to Jefferson College for EMT school. He returned to Jeffco's EMS program in 2021 and obtained his paramedic license in September of 2022. During his schooling, he worked at AccuCare Event Medical and started his 9/11 experience with Big River Ambulance District, where he is still employed part-time today. In September 2023, he completed the St. Louis County Fire Academy as part of the class of 120. Brendan enjoys spending time outdoors in his free time, particularly fly fishing. Brendan is excited and honored to serve Olivet's community and looks forward to the relationships he will build with his fellow firefighters and all the knowledge and wisdom they will impart to him. So, is that correct that you're still working part-time for the? Okay, beautiful. Great. Well, welcome aboard. And if you'll come forward, we'll do your swearing. You just lift your right arm. I, Brendan Martin, do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I possess all the qualifications
that I possess all the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the position of firefighter paramedic
for the position of firefighter paramedic
for the city of Olivet,
for the city of Olivet,
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the state of Missouri
and the state of Missouri
and the charter and ordinances
and the charter and ordinances
of the city of Olivet,
of the city of Olivet,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
discharge the duties of this office.
discharge the duties of this office.
Congratulations.
So the great thing about Brendan's young career here at Olivet, he's already got 2 clinical saves and he's been here, I don't know, about a month.
Wow,
So then.
congratulations.
In the center.
Congratulations and welcome aboard.
And I just have one comment to make. Congratulations. And thank you. I have a question. Do you have a pickup truck? You don't? I'm surprised. Most firemen have pickup trucks, but not yet. Got to work on it.
Is he poking
Well,
fun?
Congratulations.
Is he poking fun? So does Brendan know that your previous career before being on city council, that you're poking this kind of fun? Now he understands. Well, welcome aboard. Next item, please.
Item 3, the city manager's report.
Right, good evening, everyone. So we have a couple upcoming events, the most important of which is that Five Oaks is going to be closed on Thursday, this coming Thursday, due to a water main replacement. This is required by Missouri American Water, and Mr. McGregor has worked diligently to get this project finished and started. And so originally we thought that we would have to close Five Oaks for a week. But we are lucky and it's only going to be one day. So we have gotten the word out through our social media, both for Parks and Rec, but also with City Hall, that for one day it's going to be closed so that they can swap over the water meter and do the things that they need to do. Next is the business awards. So we're continuing to take nominations for your favorite business or your favorite restaurant. So please, you scan the QR code, go to the city's website, and you can place up to 3 nominations for either your favorite business or your favorite restaurant. I think those awards are being taken, nominations are being taken until the middle of March, and then they'll be reviewed by EDC. The Holy Festival is also fast approaching on Saturday, March 23rd. This is our partnership with Fusion STL and Archeos Events. It is at Stacy Park from 12 to 4 p.m. 4 p.m. So the colors, food, drinks, merchandise are available for purchase at the venue. It'll be a lot of fun. I hear we get people, crowds in the hundreds. Thousands, I'm being corrected. So started off in 100 and is growing. So hopefully we will have good weather, and we hope folks will join us. And if possible, if you live close by, please use the sidewalks and come join us. Large bulk trash pickup, everyone's favorite time of the year, is happening one of the last weeks of April, Monday, April 22nd through Friday, April 26th. Please check out the city's website for more specific information, or you can scan the QR code about what Republic Services will or will not be able to pick up when you need to put it out at the curb. We ask everyone to please put their items out at the curb, and please understand the trucks can only hold so much. So if you're supposed to be picked up on Tuesday and the truck doesn't come for you on Tuesday, please leave it there. They will come back. They will pick it up on Wednesday, but understand the trucks only hold so much. So they fill up the truck, then they have to go dump the truck, then they have to come back. So a little patience goes a long way for everybody. The fire department is hosting another bowl-a-thon fundraiser. They did this last year. It was very successful, so they're doing it again. It'll be May 10th from 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening at our own Olivet lanes. So it's $120 per lane with a max of 6 people, shoes included. And as I understand, they've rented out reserved 20 lanes. And I believe it's pretty popular and a number of those lanes have already been reserved. So there is a QR code if you would like to scan that. I think the fire department has flyers throughout the city that you can also scan. Last day to register is April 19th. So. And then again, if you want to know about any of these activities or any of the other activities happening around town, we always encourage everybody to sign up with This Week in Olivet. You can go to the city's website to do that. And that's all I have until we get around to staff reports.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Item 4, staff reports.
All right, so starting off with the fire department. They received some electrical wire training, which you can see some photos of on the left from Saks Electric. This is very important for the fire department. One, because they are often the ones that get called during the storms when wires are down. Hopefully not ever over occupied vehicles, but they're the ones that are going to have to go in there and help those folks. Or if somebody's electrical panel catches on fire or wiring in an old house. So this is very important training for them about how to appropriately and safely respond to electrical training. And then on the fun side, many of you know the fire department have been adopting dogs for the day, and they partnered with the APA to have an adoption event this past Saturday. And as you can see, they had a kissing booth, and our own Assistant Chief Fain partook of the kissing booth. And as I understand, at least one of the dogs that were there got adopted. So it was a great event, and we certainly encourage everybody to check out the APA if they are looking to add to their family.
Great picture.
Yeah, it's a very cute picture. There are a number of photos on the fire department's Facebook page from the event. Parks and Rec. So Sweet Reads stopped by Five Oaks, very popular mobile library, part of the St. Louis County Library Department, and they will be back at Five Oaks on March 14th. So we encourage anybody, yourself, your kids, come out, check out books, return your books. It's nice when the library comes to you. And then Weed Warriors worked very, very hard at Stacy Park, getting rid of honeysuckle and various other things so that more native plants can be planted along the trails in Stacy Park. I would check out the activity guide and the Parks and Rec website for Weed Warriors schedule for this coming spring. Planning. So lots 1 and 2 for Olive Crossing. This is where Aldi is going to go. They have received a plat for that, which is going to make basically lots 1 and 2, one singular lot. And then good news is on the horizon. Aldi has in fact submitted their building plans and they are under review. So they're working through those, and we would expect to see construction hopefully maybe this summer, if not sooner, but it depends on how good their plans were. Great Heart Brewery has also submitted their building plans. They are also under review. And then lastly, Olivet Center, which is where Party City is, that shopping center. They've submitted a revised landscape plan. And so that's also under review. So they're pretty busy in planning. The police department, they had 2 new officers start. Actually, Octavia Heron starts tomorrow, and Sean Miskovich started last week. They will be before you. You will do your ceremonial swearing in once they've gotten started, and we get a date with them, much like we did with our firefighter here. And then they have a number of recovered bicycles. These are pictures of them. So if you recognize those bicycles, or someone in the city who may have lost their bike, please reach out via the non-emergency number up there and ask to talk to an officer. We would very much like to get these bicycles back to their appropriate owners. And last but not least is Public Works. So the very top picture, that is work on the retaining wall on Napoleon Boulevard, which is part of the Indian Meadows project. So you can see just how large that retaining wall is going to be. And they have been making great progress on that retaining wall. And then MSD. They're back. They're back in the park. They're gonna finish their utility work in the park in Indian Meadows Park. So Bates Utility is here. And they are working on their, on their project. So we'll be happy when they're done. It was a little bit of a surprise. We didn't expect them, but here they are.
Are they alongside GRG?
Yeah, why not?
Busy place.
Right.
Okay.
Get them in now.
Right.
Okay. Very good.
Right.
Thank you.
Rather they come in at the beginning of the trail project than come in after the trail project. So it'll be good. And then upcoming meetings, you can see up there, we have a work session on the 5th, planning, community design, council meetings on the 12th. And then the rest of the month's meetings through March. There has been a request to change the April 23rd city council meeting to April 30th. So I'm gonna ask the council if this is okay. And if so, excuse me, we will advertise appropriately.
There's 5/2 in April.
Can we clarify why this is being asked?
Sure. It's a request from Mayor Weil because I believe it's second Seder. Second Seder.
For
Of
for
Passover.
of Passover.
So this is usually the day that we have the changing of the guard, which is April 23rd. And that would, if things go as they are anticipated to go, as I understand them to go, that would be you and me, Rick. Are you going to be here on April 30th?
April 30th?
Yeah, you will not be here April 30th.
No.
Well, then I think we need to keep it on the 23rd.
Get it over with. Keep on the 23rd. I don't have a problem with it.
I'll be the outgoing mayor, and I will not be able to be here. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's disrespectful to the Jewish community and that we have in all of that.
I think it's disrespectful to change the cycle if he's not going to be here at the time that is time to change our cycle, and it is not the highest, holiest of such a holiday.
Passover is to me.
I
Yeah.
understand
Okay.
that.
Thank you.
I understand that.
Thank you. I would have liked a heads up.
So,
So we're
staff,
not changing it.
thank you very much. That's all I have, unless there are questions from the council.
Next item.
Item number 5, monthly financial report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. In front of us today, we have it's a 7-month report to the end of our fiscal year, 7-month into our fiscal year to the end of January. Revenues below expectations, 416,000, and expenditures below by 515,000. If we go let's see, third, fourth paragraph on the bottom of this page, you can see that most of this is driven by the timing of the opening of Five Oaks. Of that $416,000 in revenues, 496,000 and change is due to in the Parks and Rec department because of that opening, the timing. And then in the expenditure side, 175,000 of that is because of the opening of Five Oaks. So as I'll go to the next page here. We can kind of see something that's going to develop, I believe, during our budgeting. This year we're on the orange line. That's kind of lagging down toward the bottom after a decent start, maybe a little bit of a death throw there in November, and then now we're down toward the bottoms of our 7-year lines. I didn't have the information for February until today, but if we were to look at February, usually we get a sneak peek. It would be about halfway between the purple and green lines toward the bottom there. So we do see one of our second worst February there in those 7 to 8 year term. As you can see, though, this has happened before. The green line there was a pretty low, and we ended up with a really great ending to that fiscal year that kind of saved, and that was back in FY21. Now, if we go back to FY21, that was the height of some of the really troublesome times of the processing timing at the state during the pandemic. So we're paying attention to it. Again, as we work toward the different, in the next page, the different types of revenues that we have. Sales tax is lagging there. It's been made up in other places, whether it be that investment income is doing very well. Rates have held out a little bit longer than I had anticipated at budgeting. A lot of those items are doing well that kind of make up for the sales tax. Now, if we were to go back in time, the sales tax was exceeding our expectations while other places were kind of lagging, and that is the diversification of our revenue. The timing is good. We're in our budgeting time. It's occurring at the halfway into the year if this is really kind of a reshift of our revenue. So that'll be something we'll be talking about over the next several months as we complete our budget for the FY25 season. I don't have anything else there. Utility taxes are holding on really well. The property taxes are behind where we thought they would be this time because our protests are high. Kind of for reference, we're the 6th highest by dollar amount of all the protested municipalities of protested payments. And that includes, based on our size, you would not expect that. That's something that's occurred several times over the years. We're seeing a lot more residential protested payments. For whatever reason, these things take years to kind of work out. But in any case, that's why we're a little slower this year. Usually that money is released to us in May, and then it works itself through the state tax process. So I don't have anything else as far as the financial report is concerned. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or gather information for next month if you'd like.
Are there any questions? What about this side? Thank you. Next item, please.
Item 6, city council reports.
We'll start over here. Councilmember Knox.
First of all, I want to thank the staff and the other city council people for a wonderful event the other night for the municipal league, where we all got together and actually learned a little something. So it was very good, and I want to thank the staff for preparing the community room for us, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Chairman Pro Tem.
Thank you very much. And to add on to my fellow council members' remarks, they broke it down. They cleaned it up, they broke it down, and they made it look like nothing had ever happened in that room by the time I left. And a much appreciation to everybody. You were missed, you were asked, where's the mayor? And I said, you had to take care of your spouse, but that you wished well. So again, we had a wonderful event with the Municipal League and all of it sponsoring the monthly meetings. International Institute was the presenter of the evening, and they did a really lovely job. And I know that they're near and dear to people's hearts here in the city and around the town. I also attended the park board meeting on behalf of my fellow council member Clark, on behalf of my fellow mayor, Maxine Weil, Jean Ponzi from, is it Botanical Gardens? Came and presented to their body, and my fellow council member Carl, I was like, you should have been there. It was all about sustainability, environmental stuff. And I thought of you, and I texted the city manager and I said, why isn't this woman presenting to us? There's some great ideas and things, but anyway, it was further explained to me why not. It's something within the park board itself, something that I'm not familiar with because I don't attend it often. But I would encourage you to watch it. I think you will enjoy. She is just a plethora of knowledge, and her passion and her energy is just unbelievable. And with that, we did not have a park planning and community design commission meeting. It was postponed and allowed for them to get caught up on some things. And with that, that is all I have to report.
Councilmember Clark.
I also want to piggyback on Councilmember Knox. We did a great job on the Municipal League. We looked good. People are going to remember the city of Olivet. And I also want to say the city is only as good as the people who run it. So again, congratulations, Bruce, for your hard work. It's good to know that other people see what you do outside of the people here on this council. I have nothing else to report.
Thank you. Councilmember Carl?
I will say ditto to the comments as of our meeting last week. I thought it went very well. I attempted to attend the Economic Development Commission meeting last night, but I was doing it via Zoom, and I don't believe we ever had a quorum. Is that correct? Okay, so and we were having video issues too. Okay. All right. Anyway, it didn't happen. So
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I attended the Housing Authority meeting last Tuesday on February 20th. And we, as always, we are at 100% capacity. Our housing program is highly sought after. The St. Louis County Housing Authority, who we work with, they're working on new branding and launching their new website. They've sent it out to all of our commissioners on our Housing Authority Commission, as well as the Chairman Pro Tem and myself. And we reviewed the budget and went over some of the ways that they're doing assessments before going into a closed session. And it also was a productive meeting. There's no other questions or comments for one another, then we'll move forward. Next item,
Item 7, hearing from citizens.
is there anyone that would like to comment? We got one citizen in the room, 2 citizens in the room. Okay, we'll move on to the next item.
Item number 8, Bill 3022, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2774 of the city of Olivet, Missouri by revising the city's fiscal year 2023-2024 budget. Second reading.
Good evening once again, Mayor and Council. My name is Darren Mannon. I'm the Finance Director for the city. And we have the second reading tonight for a budget amendment that does 2 things. One, it provides funding for the purchase of a vehicle in the Planning and Community Development Department, and also amends the budget to correct an error or an oversight in to pay for the police covered parking that was budgeted last year, but not carried over in budgeting nor encumbered. The final page, final 2 pages here, if we go down just one more right there. We'll recognize our A1 sheet is slightly modified. The gray boxes are changes that this amendment would enable or enact. And essentially what it does, it transfers money from the general fund, and that's because of the 2 things. One, there's some cost savings inside of the Planning and Community Department itself. And also inside of there is where the insurance proceeds from the car that was totaled inside of the Planning Department. And so that money is transferred into the Capital Improvement Fund. And so, and that's $30,000. And then in addition, there's another $300,000 transferred from the Public Safety Fund into the Capital Improvement Fund, and then in the Capital Improvement Fund, as per regular, funds all of our capital purchases inside of that fund itself. So any questions there? I'm more than happy to answer. I did get some clarification from Carlos. It would be like a Ford Escape or similar is what we're looking at for that vehicle replacement. And it would represent maybe the only new vehicle that I know of that a planning department has received here. So it's a good move for the fleet here. So again, any questions or?
Are there any questions? Any questions on this side? Okay, we'll call for a motion.
And then that the recommended action there is on that front page, 3rd paragraph, 4th from the bottom.
Madam Mayor, I make a motion, we approve Bill 3022 as presented to amend the FY 2024 budget.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Councilmember Clark,
Yes.
Councilmember Knox,
Yes.
Councilmember Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Waldman,
Yes.
Mayor Weil.
Yes.
The motion is passed. Bill 3022 becomes ordinance 2792.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Item 9, Bill 3023, an ordinance repealing chapter 240.100 of the municipal code of the city of Olivet and enacting a new chapter in lieu thereof relating to waiving of rental fees for 5 Oaks on Warson and the city center community rooms. Second reading.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Beverly Tucker Knight, Parks and Recreation Director. This evening, we have our second reading of Bill 3023 that amends the ordinance governing free use of city facilities, primarily 5 on work.
Thank you.
That's okay. Thank you. So this evening's, the second reading, this will amend the ordinance governing free use of city facilities. It clarifies the language that was confusing in the past. And now the request to go straight to staff, following those same guidelines, and will not come to the city council. And I'm happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions on this?
I think you answered mine last time around.
Okay. Okay, great. So on our cover page, we have a recommended action language there for you.
I'll be happy to entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor, I make the motion to approve bill. Make a motion to approve Bill 3023, repealing and replacing chapter 240.100 of the municipal code.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Councilmember Clark,
Yes.
Councilmember Knox,
Yes.
Councilmember Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Waldman,
Yes,
Mayor Weil.
Yes.
Motion is passed. Bill 3023 becomes ordinance 2793.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next item.
Item 10, hearing from citizens, part 2.
Okay, it appears that we don't need to do that. Next item.
Item 11, review and acceptance of minutes.
Madam Mayor, I make a motion, we approve the city council minutes from February 13th, 2024 as written.
Second.
Um,
Councilmember
vote.
Clark,
Yes.
Councilmember Knox,
Yes.
Councilmember Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Waldman,
yes,
Mayor Weil.
Yes.
Motion is passed.
Next item.
Item 12, city attorney's report.
Madam Mayor, I have no report. We would have asked for a brief closed session for attorney-client communications and discussion of possible litigation under section 610-021.1.
So moved.
Second.
Call for the vote.
Councilmember Clark,
Yes.
Councilmember Knox,
Yes.
Councilmember Carl,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Waldman,
yes.
Mayor Weil.
Yes. This one. We're back from executive session. Was discussion, but no decisions were made. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Have a good evening. We're adjourned.